Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Gauchos, the stock investing show. Completely our pocket to put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, back with the boys. Whew, we got a fiery one today. So, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Big Gauchos? It's your boy Big Gaucho Tyler, and we back with a very special episode. And I got a lot of things to say, but I gotta keep it PG-13 because we love you guys.
Yes, sir. And I'm Big After Dave, and we are back for another one. But before we get started, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. We appreciate all the love and support. It really helps us out. Yeah, today was completely wild. We want to get started.
Oh yeah,
dude. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm very angry. I'm trying to keep the boiling point low right now, but I gotta say the regulations that have been coming into place the past few days, kind of make me a little cranky.
Definitely. I mean, I'll get the backstory going for if people don't really know what's going on with the GameStop and AMC and Nokia and all these other stocks. So essentially, back in December and January and also February, or not February yet, but it probably will be in February. A bunch of hedge funds started shorting all these stocks, which essentially means they borrow someone else's share to sell at the current market value, and they promise to buy it back within like a month and then return it to the person who they borrowed it from. And then they pocket the difference if it's a profit. And if it's not, they have to lose money essentially. And they could lose an unlimited amount of money. If the security ends up doubling in price, they lose half their money. If it triples in price, they lose a third of their money. Or they only keep a third of their money. And essentially what happened was they shorted 130% of GameStop's available share float. So the
biggest in history, by the way.
Were shorting. Oh yeah, it is insane. And people on a subreddit called Wall Street Bets, which is getting extremely popular. It gained like 2 million 2 million people subscribed to the thread as of I think Monday, right? Within this week.
Yeah, since Monday. It's so crazy. They're up to 5.2 million now.
Yeah, I know, it's wild. I mean, before it was just kind of a thread where people would just yell their money. You'd go on there and laugh and wish them the best of luck, and then come back a week later and see them post the loss.
Now it's actually working, which is the craziest part.
Lost 20,000 on Nokia.
I know, and now it paid off. But they're the ones that are responsible. I don't want to call it a pump because it's not really a pump, but they're just organizing it. They're just organizing everybody to pile into a stock, and like what Dave said, that's what's squeezing the stock so hard. So like, just think of it this way, just like in very basic terms, these hedge funds and other investors that are betting on the stock going down, like if they lose the bet, like it's like the game Consequences, but the consequence is that they have to buy the stock at a really high price that they don't want it at, and that just makes it better for the people that are already piling in.
Exactly. So on the Wall Street Bet subreddit, people were posting about this, making news about it, and it's not a pump and dump scheme like people in the media and television is trying to make it out to seem. They're just doing scare tactics to try and get people to sell. There actually is some new advancements within the company that may make it survivable, because I mean, of course, a couple of months ago, their current business model was trash. That wasn't going to succeed. Sell their game back. Yeah, they were losing money. They were doing pretty poor. But they added some new board members, and they're changing the fundamentals of their business and restructuring to, make money in the future and become survivable. So they're not some company that's just gonna, boom, gone. And these hedge funds were trying to make them go bankrupt essentially by shorting the stock and driving down the price extremely low. They wanted the stock to go down to zero, which is pretty much bankruptcy. It's nothing. And people on the subreddit were not going to let that happen. So they bought the stock and they just held on to it, because if they held on to it, the hedge funds are going to have to buy it back from them or other people at an extremely high premium. And that's going to drive the price extremely high, because they'll have to buy back millions and millions and millions of shares in the same day, pretty much like within an hour. And it's going to cause the price to skyrocket. And that kind of happened already with I believe it was Citron Group. They bought back, I don't know how many shares, but it was quite a bit on last.
Melvin Capital too.
Yeah, and they bit the losses, and then well, we'll get into that later on, but there's been some doubling down on the shorting, so they've kind of repositioned themselves to take the pain train again.
Yep. Now that you're caught up on GameStop, I mean that's basically the explanation of how it works. But once it hit the mainstream media, everybody and their mother wanted to get on Wall Street bets and get into GameStop. So what all the brokerages did is they stopped the trading of all these volatile shares today, which is Thursday the 28th. So when you're listening to this Friday, they're going to be allowing trading of some of the volatile shares tomorrow, but they're going to restrict the quantities. This is happening on Robinhood, and that actually caused GameStop to drop over 44%, all the way down to about $132 today, and eventually went back up to about $319 in after hours. So the swings on this are insane because it was over $400 when it was open. And yeah, that's just GameStop. That's the tip of the iceberg. AMC is getting pumped like crazy too. They lost over 56% of their value since they closed yesterday, which is so insane. And I don't know how they're doing in after hours. I haven't even looked because
They are doing good. They're up $3.
They're up.
Yeah, I invested in them yesterday, and I took it in the shorts because Robinhood and every other brokerage wanted to, say, hey, this is Tyler, and he's putting money into this. It's just, screw him over and everybody else. But yeah, don't worry, we're coming back. We're gonna buy more. It's gonna go through the roof. Just watch. All these hedge fund managers, we're coming for y'all.
Dude, I know these hedge funds managers are gonna be losing their shirts, but yeah, these outages were going crazy. Like we said, a lot of them were shutting down the stocks today, just because they all kind of band together. It wasn't any government order or anything, but Robinhood was easily the worst because they were having outages on and off today for their crypto and just regular stock trading. So needless to say, it was a mess.
Yeah, Robinhood was bad. Webull was bad. One of I have two brokerage accounts. My Wells Fargo brokerage account also shut down randomly for trading certain stocks. It wasn't every single stock. It was just the ones that are being shorted, which is kind of, a little bit bizarre, I would say.
Dude, it's bull.
It is.
It's market manipulation. These hedge fund managers literally cried to these brokers saying, please save us and bail us out. And it's not even this is a free market where we decide where our money goes. These brokers do not tell us what we can and cannot invest in. And if they take away the power for us to invest in a stock that we want to, because it's going up, so it goes down to cover these shorts for these hedge fund managers, it's market manipulation. It's illegal. They are taking away money from the people's hands because we're getting rich off of it. We're not rich. We're just making money off of it. We're basically doing what they're doing. Oh, I'm so angry.
Dude, it gets me really pissed off too, because it's yeah, I mean, number one, it's super hypocritical, but number two, they shouldn't have even been making these risky investments in the first place. It's just getting ridiculous and out of hand.
Yeah, you pay for the consequences. If you're gonna put something in a risky stock, then hey, it might go bad. That's the whole risk to it.
Yeah, well, and if you have billions of dollars from clients, you shouldn't be gambling it on garbage options for companies that are susceptible to this happening. I mean, this isn't a new trend.
Hey, they gotta pay the price now. GameStop to the moon, AMC to the moon, and many others to the moon. Watch, the whole world wants to buy these stocks now because you shut this down. Robinhood, I'm calling you out. All the brokerages that stop this, we're calling you out. We're coming for y'all. There is gonna be a lot of chaos this next couple of weeks.
It's pretty crazy. I don't really feel bad for these hedge funds that are losing all this money because it's their own fault for making garbage investments. I mean, not to say that the stock's garbage, but I mean, it is a bankrupt company. It doesn't make logical sense for this to happen. So, they don't understand the risks, and they pump in billions of dollars with their hedge funds and capital groups. So, it just so happened that a bunch of people got together to do the same thing, and everybody's lost the spirit of what Wall Street was about. It was the common person could make as much money as a big trader could, and now we're just going back to increased regulation because all the senators can't inside trade anymore.
Dude, I know. We literally gave it back to them.
It's kind of funny.
Of their own medicine.
It's kind of funny how they call it a pump and dump scheme when a bunch of retail investors gather together and kind of form like a mini hedge fund, if you would, with the amount of market capital they have. But when a huge hedge fund decides to just obliterate a stock for whatever reason, it's totally fine. It's just like, I don't know, they have a delusion that what we're doing is illegal, but what they can do is totally fine.
It's ridiculous. How is it illegal? How is it legal for them to stop trading on a company, make it go down because the only thing you can do on those sites is sell?
I know.
And then say it's all good.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you can cash out your position, but we're not going to let anybody buy. So it's like, okay, you're just gonna flat bet everybody and like just whatever the market's at, you just got to take it or leave it, and you got to lose whatever you want. Like that's so stupid.
Yeah, no, that was
it's not fair.
Because they only allowed you to close your position. So if you were to sell some option or sell a short or whatever, you could buy it back, but you just couldn't. You couldn't open up a new position. So you could only close your existing positions on your securities. So if you owned a stock, you could only sell it, and if you shorted a stock, you could only buy it. If you sold an option, you can only buy the option. If you bought an option, you can only sell the option. I have no idea why they did that. I mean, I have some theories, but we'll get into that a little bit later on. It's a little bit spicy.
Dude, the long and short of it is just buy Nokia, but I mean, we're going to get a little further down the line here in a sec.
Yeah, so the amount of stocks that Robinhood, because this is mostly about Robinhood, that's what everyone's really upset about, just because they're one of the larger brokerages, since they're really easy to use. They got really popular just because it's a mobile device that is pretty interactive. And the total that they shut down was American Airlines, AMC, Blackberry, Bed Bath & Beyond, Castor Maritime Express, GameStop, of course, Koss, Naked, Nokia, Sundial Growers, Tootsie Roll. I don't know why Tootsie Roll was on there, but
I didn't even know they were public, dude. It's one candy.
Just shut down the whole market. Shut down the whole market. Let all the stocks go down. So everybody that has shorts, especially the hedge fund managers, just make their money. Just screw everybody out of any type of investment. Just why not? Just everyone's doing it now. I guess it's a new thing.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't we just get rid of the SEC and just have have everything be like completely free reign and like unregulated like crypto? That'd be crazy.
Dude,
that would be. Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
if Robinhood or all these brokerage are not punished, or like some type of like severity to this is like acknowledged, they'll just do it again for the next stock or the next big hedge fund that's getting screwed over by us people. Literally, it'll be the norm. Oh, this stock's going up too much. Let's just stop trading and then get everybody to put their money into it. Let them lose their money so these hedge funds, these big corporations, can make their money back. I hate this.
Dude, I know. Do you think they need the money from shorts on Trivago? Like they have billions of dollars, and like Sundial Growers is overhyped. It's a pot stock. It's just gonna crash. And then GameStop, AMC, those are all super risky. Bed Bath & Beyond's bankrupt. Blackberry doesn't have anything. American Airlines is almost bankrupt. AMC is bankrupt. Naked is almost bankrupt, almost delisted from the
dude. They don't want to lose money on their third home or fourth home, and they want to put a down payment for their 10 yachts they're gonna get, and just make sure their other people's money pays for it.
Just let us have it, bro. I'm so happy that that page is taking over, because it feels good to like flip the script on big finance.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think something will happen. I think this time we're going to see some prosecutions happening, and I think that's a good thing, because in 2008 there wasn't really much that really happened at all, because there was a lot of corruption and market manipulation happening between the rating agencies and the banks and brokerages also. But I think the public outrage is a lot more. Well, I mean, I don't really exactly know for sure, because I feel like I was a little bit young still, only about 10 when that happened. But right now there's so much outrage I've just seen all over the place that people are really upset, and there's already been class action lawsuits filed. I think there was 2. We mentioned one that happened in New York, and that one is, I think, for AMC and GameStop, I believe.
Yeah. Well, dude, what's even stupider is that they have they have the Dodd-Frank Act, which is the Dodd-Frank like Wall Street Consumer Protection Act, whatever, which is supposed to like prevent this type of stuff from happening. And like, you know, it's just been happening the whole time, and nobody really cares because all the like richest people in the country are in on it, to be honest.
We're coming for y'all. And
Yeah.
just to make a little you know, statement out there. The Dow Jones was up 300 points today. Well, everything was down.
They were up 600 points on their high.
Yeah, well,
that's what I'm saying.
Everything
like,
was restricted. Yeah.
You're telling me they're going to go up when everything's going down. There's restricted trading. Everyone's pissed off. And somehow we're up, Dow Jones up 30,600, whatever the heck it is.
Well, that's because most of these stocks have a very small impact on the Dow J. You know,
Still,
it's making my blood
pretty low.
Still,
I don't know.
Just the way
I don't know, because like
about it.
Everybody was pulling out everything they had to go in on these GameStop and like AMC and the highly volatile ones and like Nokia that were getting pumped up yesterday because like everybody's motivated by money. So the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ S&P 500, they were all like in the garbage yesterday, and all these stocks were like up multiple hundreds of percent, which didn't make any sense. So obviously, yeah, I mean, they're just like rigging the system so that the volatility stays down so the rest of the companies go up, because like everybody has to get their nice returns, because like everybody else gets to make a safe investment except retail investors. Then if you're just a retail investor, it's not protected at all. So stupid.
Let's not forget that we are still in a pandemic. A lot of people don't have jobs. A lot of people are losing money daily. You know, this is like a little light at the end of the tunnel. You know, make some money with the community of people getting together. And you know, big corporations and investors, you know, they just want to squash that and take that away from us regular Joes.
Well, I mean, one thing for sure is if you're holding any kind of security in any of these companies, don't sell. Just hold it, because these hedge funds are going to have to buy back their shares eventually, and it's going to cause the underlying security to skyrocket because the amount of shares they have shorted is absurd.
The squeeze could happen at any time. Dave's right. Like they just want you, like there's news articles that get published about the squeeze being over on Friday, which is when you're hearing this on the 29th. Yeah, it's not over. It's just like it's just a scare tactic to try to, you know, save these hedge funds to see if the stock will go back down. Like seriously, if you just hang on, like even though trading's restricted tomorrow, like Monday, it's going to go absolutely insane if they lift it.
Oh yeah, it's going up. It's going to the moon.
Hold it, but don't hold too long.
Yeah, make sure you know when to cash out, but definitely do not let these big corporations win. The longer you hold, the more people that get together and outlast this, we will make money.
Yeah, and it's absurd the amount of hit pieces going on against Wall Street bets and just us, you know, regular retail investors. Because I know I read a article, I think it was on the Wall Street Journal. I'm not sure if it was or not. It wasn't the one you were reading, Austin, earlier. It was a different one where they were pretty much equating the people on Wall Street bets as people on the alt-right, just trying to, you know, screw over people. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you even say that? That's so stupid. So they're really just throwing everything. I feel like they're scared because they're going to lose their entire portfolio, and people who invested in the hedge fund are going to be really upset. Which, I mean, you know, if you let someone else invest your money, then, I mean, I don't know.
I think you should just like do what you want, because like obviously, yeah, there is a good, you know, value in having a stockbroker, but if you can't make those decisions on your own, you can't get mad at the people for irresponsibly spending your money. That's your own fault.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, if you're giving them your money, giving them permission to spend it, then, you know, you got to accept the risks.
Yep. And in this case, y'all got screwed because some of these hedge funds are making some pretty stupid bets, as everybody found out.
Yeah. And, you know, when I was talking about it's being the outrage is being like really displayed in this case, it's also being displayed in the government. And it's more of a bipartisan outrage, which is really interesting because, you know, our government can't agree on anything, but it seems that the Republicans and Democrats are totally against Robinhood and these hedge funds pretty much manipulating the market. And AOC and Ted Cruz and Rashida Tlaib and a couple
Never
other
thought they'd get along.
a couple other prominent conservative speakers all posted on Twitter and said that they need to do investigations and have Senate hearings and figure out what's going on and have prosecutions, because what happened is just ridiculous and it should not be happening. Because, in America, we like to pride ourselves on being a free market and being capitalist. But what happened today in the market is totally anti-free market. It is free market if you are a hedge fund manager, and then if you're not, then it is you can do what you want, maybe.
Then you're screwed.
You can sell, maybe, but you can't buy.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a free market unless you have $1 billion lying around like some of these other guys. Oh, jeez, dude. Could go on all day about this.
I was one of the guys that jumped in on AMC when it went up, right? I bought it at $15.50. Not at the very high, not at the very low, kind of right in the middle. Obviously still really high for what it was. I was going into the next day. I was thinking like, okay, if I lose my money, that's okay, because people are either A, going to sell it on their own, or B, it's going to go to the moon because more people are going to buy it. That's just how it's supposed to work, right?
Yeah.
And I go into the next day looking, saying, hey, what's going on my Robinhood account? Like, it doesn't want to work properly. It's I can't even find what's it called? My stock on any of the search bars. And then I look at where I have my stocks, and it says, yeah, all you can do is close your position. So now I'm getting screwed over by the company that I'm investing my stocks through, saying, hey, since we have a lot of volatility, I mean, first off, Tesla, their volatility has been ridiculous these past year. Why didn't we stop trading them? But that's a side note. That's another topic. They say, yeah, hey, a lot of people are buying this stock, and I don't feel like I wanted to go up anymore. So we're stopping trading. So when it goes down, you'll lose your money. We'll make our money back, and everybody's happy except for the consumer. What the heck is this all about?
Dude, I don't know. I don't think there should be this much restrictions, and like the fact that it's a bipartisan effort just shows how stupid it is, and like everyone knows it's just like a basic like principle of the American stocks. Whatever. Okay. I gotta calm down for a sec. All right.
Yeah, I want to go off so bad. Like, I just wanted to say all these words, but like PG-13, we love to keep it family friendly for you guys.
Yeah. Make sure you subscribe to our Patreon, and we'll do an uncensored episode and just go off.
Yeah, like my mom watches these videos, and if she hears us saying some profanity, I'm gonna be in some text messages saying, I'm very disappointed in you, David. I am very disappointed. And I don't feel like getting those text messages because that's gonna, make me feel bad.
Yeah, we don't want Dave to be sad.
Keep it a little PG.
Yeah, PG,
very PG.
Baby.
All right, we'll keep it PG. We already can't even remember where we are. We already talked about the hedge funds that are doubling down and shorting AMC, and then right?
Yeah,
and then Melvin Capital, the big one that was shorting AMC, they're bankrupt now because of all the money they had to pay out to buy AMC at like $300 a share for like millions of shares. The hedge fund losses are over $5 billion now. I have a buddy that has some connections. He used to work at a hedge fund in New York, and he's like, yeah, I've been getting calls like every day about all these funds that are going bankrupt, because I guess a lot of people were betting on AMC failing, GameStop. So yeah, it's getting pretty crazy. But there's also action being taken against Robinhood for regulating the shares like they did.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be other lawsuits happening the next couple of days against other brokerages, because it wasn't just Robinhood that closed the ability to buy new securities. It was pretty much, from what I remember, pretty much every single brokerage did it, at least to some extent, at least GME.
Except for Vanguard. Vanguard let everybody just go hog wild for some reason. So I guess that's a good advertisement for their service.
Yeah, I was thinking about opening an account with them now. Like, if I don't have my brokerage telling me what I can and cannot buy and sell, then I'm interested. I'll pay a premium to invest in stock. I'll pay a commission, as long as I'm not losing over 50% the next day because you do not want me to buy more or sell more stocks.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense because they're also taking a 4-cent fee on all the selling trades. So, I mean, you'd think Robinhood would want, to have everybody open it up and just go crazy. I mean, they're losing out on a ton of money by just making a stupid decision and following the herd on this one.
Dude, yeah.
Think about it. I mean, 4 cents times the millions of users they have, they're the biggest online brokerage in the world.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Oh
and
my gosh.
The amount of celebrities too that were like reaching out, like calling Robinhood out. Like Mark Cuban was a really big one. Who else? Oh, the Barstool president was calling them out too.
Dave Ford.
Who else was calling Robinhood out? There's so many people. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I think Elon did too at one point.
Oh yeah, Elon.
Oh yeah. He was saying that we might need to change the ability to short stocks, because he said, and I don't know if I really 100% agree with it or not. I got to think about it more. But he said that, like, you can't sell a house that you don't own. You can't sell a car you don't own. But why can you sell a share you don't own? Like, it's a little bit bizarre in that sense. But I don't know. I got to think about that more before I really have a fundamental answer whether I agree or not, because it sounds good on like the
hindsight.
Paper. It sounds good like when you hear it, but like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Why would you sell a share you don't own? But there are actual value to doing that.
No, I get it. That's like if the bank has a mortgage on your house and you're still like continuing to like hold it and make the payments, and like you have an agreed upon contract with the bank, and then all of a sudden like the bank doesn't tell you and they just come take your house and throw you on the street, even though you did everything right. Like that's kind of what the brokerages are doing.
Yeah. I love the Barstool analysis that he used. He was like, yeah, you're in a football game, right? It's 4th down and you don't make the completion, but the refs say, like, you know what, it's okay, like we'll give you 2 more downs to see if you can get it to past the 10-yard line.
Heck yeah.
And like in the middle of the game, like, what, why are you changing the rules? You need a forfeit. The ball is my ball now. I'm gonna go score. Not like, oh, it's okay, like you didn't get it on 4th down, here's 5th and 6th down just to see if you can get it through. It's all right. In the middle of the game, have you not? We're not even going to tell the other team what's going on.
Yeah, dude. It's just because the hedge fund managers are idiots.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like the words and the vocabulary that I have in my head right now, you guys do not want to hear it.
Yeah, our blood has been boiling.
I lost a lot of money today.
Hey, you don't lose until you sell.
Oh yeah, down. I know, but like on my chart, it went up and then it went a real big 360 or 180 on me, straight down. And I'm like, you know what? I'm coming for someone. Someone's gonna feel my wrath. I'm gonna email Robinhood for a $10,000 check for tomorrow. It's gonna happen.
Holy moly!
Yeah, another thing that Robinhood did was they sold people's GameStop shares if they were on margin, and they also changed the margin rules. So I think you needed to have 100% collateral in order to invest in margin. So if you had $10,000 in your account, but it was all invested in, let's just say, I don't know, Ford or something, so you had no actual cash in your portfolio, you just had Ford shares, then you could still buy GME, but you would be only able to buy $10,000 worth of it. And then you would always have to pay, that monthly interest rate. And if the GME stock tanked, then they would probably liquidate your Ford and then use that as collateral to sell off your debt to them, essentially. So they sold everyone's GME shares that were on margin, and they sold it at the low point too, which is actually kind of messed up, but kind of funny too. they just really screwed them over. They sold them at the very low point.
It's only funny because we don't have GameStop.
Oh yeah, no, it's not funny if that happened to you. Like that. If I
had GameStop, I'd be losing my mind on margin, but I wouldn't really buy anything on margin anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean margin's good. But it does come with increased risk. So you gotta always be aware of the risk and make sure that you are, able to afford the losses that if they happen, you gotta be able to survive. Don't put anything in that you don't want to lose.
Yep. It's ultimately just like a casino. And that's a big part of what happened today too, because of the share restrictions. A lot of investors and companies lost millions, and the companies lost millions in valuation overnight. AMC could actually just go back into bankruptcy if this is bad enough. I mean, same with GameStop. It would take a lot longer because it's all the talk of mainstream media right now. It's like the biggest hype play ever. But yeah, just the amount of money that's being lost and thrown around on these stocks is so insane. It's not really sustainable.
Yeah. Do y'all think that these hedge fund managers are actually bribing these brokerages, to
So that's my little conspiracy theory that
Oh,
Citron Capital or Citron Group is maybe bribing Robinhood under the table, either with cash or threatening to pull out their assets from Robinhood and use a different brokerage. Because what was really interesting is Citron is Capital's biggest customer by volume, and they're the ones who shorted GME. So maybe they sent some emails, made some phone calls saying, hey, we're getting destroyed over here. You need to stop people from buying GME, or we're going to pull all the assets out of your company, and you're going to lose over half of your, capital, essentially.
Dude,
I hope that's not true, man. They'd have no integrity. That's just crazy. But
Dude,
I
if
mean,
I
It
was
would not
Robinhood,
surprise me. It would
I'd be
not
like,
surprise me.
nah, I'm good. Like, they're gonna put you out of business. You're gonna owe me money. What are you talking about?
yeah, Robinhood would have made so much money on the trade. I don't know how, but I mean, yeah, Dave's right. Money does talk. So maybe they just got tempted with a huge suitcase of money in front of their face.
It might have, but like at the same time, if I was Robinhood, like if they came to me and I knew that I had all the leverage, I wouldn't even talk to them because A, they lose a lot of money. B, I probably still make money based off all the trades that are going on. And C, they'd probably come back to me anyways because I'm Robinhood. Like I own this.
Honestly,
have-
I mean, they're the
they have
biggest
the
game
name.
in town.
Exactly. They have the name. And let's say they do pull their stocks. Well, they're still gonna have to pay like a pullout fee, and like they'll still make money off of that. And I'm assuming another hedge fund company, another company would come in and replace them. That's just how the cycle works. When one goes, another comes. Especially the way Wall Street Bets is growing, 3.5 million people. You have all those people most likely investing through Robinhood and it growing. Like it definitely compensates for itself, and it's in your integrity. Now that Robinhood's what's it called what's the reputation is broken now. A lot of people are pulling their money out, closing their accounts, and going somewhere else. So now they're getting the other end of it, where actual users from the general population are leaving for someone else that's more trustworthy.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't surprise me. But there's also one last piece to the conspiracy that Dave managed to find.
Yeah, so another piece is Janet Yellen, which is our newly appointed Treasury Secretary under the Biden administration. She was paid almost $1 million by Citadel between 2019 and 2020. She gave talks to these corporations. I mean, she's really knowledgeable in economics and markets. So she was giving talks, probably talking about fundamentals or whatever, but she was paid quite some nice fees. So there's been some talks that maybe she should, recuse herself from advising the Biden administration on this going forward because there's a conflict of interest with her. And, I would agree with that, but
I would too. I mean, that's a pretty,
them.
Yeah, I think that's mostly like shakedown money.
Mm-hmm. And there's another platform that is being talked about a little bit. It's Gemini, not Gemini as in the astrology sign, but Gemini as in a trading platform that is currently used to trade cryptocurrencies. They just filed an application today with the SEC to allow them to become a brokerage and trade securities on the market. So this may be the end of Robinhood, potentially, because people are really upset about what happened. And I mean, it's rightfully so to be upset.
Yeah, they're going to really have to figure out a way to make it up because I think they could lose a lot of business to Gemini.
Oh, dude, I definitely get a Gemini account literally overnight.
I don't even know what it is. I'll sign up right now.
Dude, I'd sign up right now. I want to see what they are, what they have to offer. And if their platform is user-friendly like Robinhood, then no brainer. I'm in.
I think
Gemini send us a sponsorship.
Yeah, I think it really depends on if they can have like a mobile app. I think the mobile app version of Robinhood is really nice because it's really convenient to just pull up on your phone, and the interface is really interactable and easy to understand for novices. And also they don't really charge super high fees for commissions for doing trades. That was what kind of pulled me to open up a Robinhood account is I started going into option trading, and Robinhood does not charge fees for opening and closing positions on that, while pretty much every other brokerage charges some kind of fee, whether it's $1 or $6 or whatever. So if Gemini can figure out a way to reduce commission fees to maybe even like 20 cents, wouldn't be that bad for option trading because the premiums are so high. And then also reduce commission rates on buying and selling stocks, and have a pretty nice interface on a mobile app as well as a website edition. I think they would definitely take over Robinhood, at least not maybe 100%, but they would take over a large part of their market share,
like 30 to 40%, easy.
Yeah, right, marketing I wouldn't team, be surprised if that does. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was saying right marketing team, right like David said, right commissions take, and very user-friendly mobile app. You got it.
If they could poach enough people from Robinhood, might be the end of Robinhood, is the long and short of this.
Definitely. And if you're just if you want to just have a summary of what happened, essentially these hedge fund managers, they invested in an extremely risky position, and now they're losing their shirts on it, and they are very upset, and they may or may not have bribed some of these brokerages to close down their services, or maybe it just happened coincidentally. Maybe there was some kind of anomaly where only these shorted stocks were somehow unavailable. I don't know. Maybe that could have happened. I guess it's a possibility. Probably pretty unlikely, but you never know. And they try to do that to close their positions and force the securities to become extremely devalued. And I don't think it really worked that well, personally.
That's it. If it was too long, you didn't read, and you want to check out Robinhood. But I think we all got pretty upset about it. Yeah, I can say that for sure. But we're not upset about these big winners, big losers, and sleepers. So we'll take a break and try to cool off for you guys.
Hit that soundtrack.
All right. Kengo Incorporated, never heard of this company. It's a Chinese online car retailer that's up 62.25% positive today.
Nice.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
Not bad.
Not bad. Solid.
It's basically like Carvana, but the Chinese version, as far as I can tell. So
they have the elevator.
Yeah, with the big elevator and the little tokens. Speaking of tokens, might also be a golden token to get in on First Majestic Silver. Tyler's actually in the jewelry business, so maybe he can explain maybe a little bit about why they went up 21.38% today.
Well, honestly, I heard that a lot of people were also looking at silver. My little brother Kevin, baby Gaucho Kevin, was saying like, yeah, a lot of people are looking into buying silver, as a short. But at the same time, gold has been taking a really big hit, and a lot of people are unsure now with their money, especially in the stock market, how these brokers are going to go about, and what's the safest investment anybody can really do that never really devalues and generally holds their value. Gold, silver, precious metals. And silver has been very slept on. I think they're at the time trading like $26 an ounce compared to like what 1900 an ounce for gold. So definitely undervalued. Definitely a lot of silver to be mined and to be bought. So I could definitely see why a lot of people are turning towards that.
Exactly. You heard the man go pick up some silver.
Yeah, definitely. I had a guy come in 3-4 months ago saying, yeah, I bought a bunch of silver at around like $18-15. If it goes up to like $30-40, I'll come back and buy a watch. And I was like, hell yeah, bro, do it. And hold and be told, the watch he was trying to buy at the time was only like $13,000, $14,000. And obviously he put all his money in silver and it went up. But at the same time, the watch that he was trying to buy also went up, and now the watch we're selling it for $22,000. So he definitely
played himself, bro.
So either way, he would have paid the same amount of money, percentage-wise.
Why didn't he just buy the watch for 13 and then come back and sell it to you for like 18, and then you sell it for 22?
Dude, bro, I don't know, man. It just he didn't
see jewelry.
Yeah,
It was a watch. It was a
Flipping
Rolex.
silver.
He didn't.
Yeah,
He went
listen,
to buy
everyone.
silver, but I mean, he still made money on the silver. Don't get me wrong, but like the amount of money that he spent on the silver, all the profit, including his principal, would probably just go straight to the watch, like an even
Exactly,
trade.
dude. Dumb.
True. Hey guys, listen. After the GameStop short squeeze, after the GME or the AMC short squeeze, after the Bed Bath & Beyond short squeeze, we're flipping jewelry. We're all going to buy up all the jewelry. We're going to hold on to it. We're going to hold the line, and then we're going to release the line.
It can only work for so long, but hey, who cares? We'll try it.
No, especially now, gold is definitely undervalued, and silver, especially
Yep.
because of these economic events. Let's just say, keep it at that. A lot of
I
people
don't
are
even know
going
if
to
you
go
can
to
call
it.
these events. It's just an anomaly.
There's catastrophes, a menace on society, everything bad about the world all in once. It's just ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. Like I'm running out of big words to talk about. It just hurts. It hurts me to think of.
Well,
Menace
let's
to
move on to
society,
the
bro.
losers.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta reel this in. Basically, you guys already know about AMC. They went down 56.63%. GameStop's also down 44.29%. But we're making a rare exception to this losers list. We're going to tell you to buy all of these as much as you can tomorrow,
Definitely.
as soon as it
Buy.
opens, because it's going to go stupid high starting tomorrow for the next part of the week. So the fundamentals are there, the math is there. Make sure you pick it up. We already covered that earlier in the episode, of course.
Big outro buys all around. It's the whole world, aren't the whole world. All of the US right now
Part of the
wants
world
these
too.
stocks.
Even
Probably
like
the world
people
too.
in Canada, in
internationally, too.
Europe, in Korea, Japan. I've seen posts of people buying, thousands of shares overseas.
Everybody wants these stocks because all the brokerage said, hey, you cannot have these stocks anymore. So that makes the want go from here all the way up to here. It's a want because if someone tells me I can't have something, I want it even more. And I
That's
feel
true,
like
dude.
this is just the beginning of what's going to happen. We're down 56, but tomorrow we'll be up 156. Then the next day we'll be up another 100. It's going to the moon. $100 AMC entertainment stock. I'm calling it right here, right now. You heard it here, folks. Let's
Yeah,
get it.
$100 in AMC for GameStop. That may go up
1,000.
to like 1,500 with the way things are going. At the very top of the squeeze, I think.
Yeah, but you also gotta check out these sleepers too. These are all
Sleep.
This is the most sleepers we've ever had. We got Nokia, Naked Juice, Blackberry, Koss, American Airlines, GameStop, and AMC. You guys already know. I mean, if you're watching the news at all, these are all the ones that are on the list to get pumped pretty stupid high. So just even if it's $50, just go throw it in and see what happens. Because if you underestimated the power of the internet before, I don't think you ever will again with these trades.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of anger. They just want to stick it to these hedge fund managers. Just really, take their money because they're really risking themselves by doing this. I mean, it's pretty obvious that if you sell it and then you are trying to buy it back, they're putting a lot of risk on the line, and we can not manipulate. We can pretty much cause this underlying security to skyrocket by holding on to it, and then they'll cause it to skyrocket even more, and we'll just sell it off. I mean, makes sense, right?
Just basic economics. Don't underestimate Wall Street bets because they have 5.2 million members now as of a couple hours ago, and
Wow.
they're only growing. So there's only going to be more people piling into all this stuff. So get in while it's good and just have fun and see what happens. But don't take it too seriously.
Well, that's a good way to put it.
It's a great way to put it, but another good way to put it is we're going to take some of our sponsorship money that we get from Anchor and we're going to throw it into some of these volatile stocks. Hit that ad. All right, boys. As far as the bankruptcy boneyard goes, we got nothing. Not going to eat a Ruby Tuesday. Not even the most important thing on the show today. But Canal won today. So if you're keeping score at home, Dave's got 56. I'm Austin. I got 50. Canal's got 45. Tyler's got 43. Dow was up 300 points today. Dang, dude, I don't know. I think 30,000 flat.
I like it. I like it. I was thinking 30,222.
I'm going 31,000.
31,000. So up.
Yeah. Even though there was a little bit of downtrend toward the close, I think it's gonna boom.
Okay, interesting. Wait, let me find it. Where is it? Where's that group chat?
All right, I'm
30,111.11.
Tyler's in.
Kanal's probably gonna break the difference between me and you, Dave.
That's probably
30. Wait.
All right, Austin's locked in.
30,111.11.
No, you're in.
Oh yeah, you're done.
Oh, you said 300,000.
That's all right. I respect it.
Yeah, my watch glitched. I had to fix. Does it look better now? Yeah,
Yeah,
30,111.11. All right. Well, really, that's anybody's game. I can say that confidently for the first time in history because it's a crazy market. But we want to thank everyone for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Come back on Friday. Check out who won. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send an investing tip. We might play on the show. Tyler, do that thing. Let's get it.
All right, Big Gaucho. Really, really big disclaimer because we love disclaimers.
Especially
everything said, yeah, especially this one. Everything said on this podcast is our opinions from our experiences. With that being said, we are not licensed brokers, so please, please, please do due diligence. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, because you could be like me, put your money into AMC stock, and the next day your brokerage will tell you can't trade it anymore. You'll lose 56% on it. But
oh my god.
Do your due diligence and make sure you know what you're doing. Don't put any money in you're not willing to risk or lose. I came in and I put my money in it. I knew something was going to happen to it. I didn't know it was going to be like this. But we are not liable for any lost gains. We are directly liable for all major gains. I'm feeling we're going to have a lot of major gains these next couple of days. And with that being said, thank you for all the support. We're growing every day. We're literally this close to breaking 10,000 views all the time. Love to thank you guys for all the support. Like and subscribe. Dave, please let the viewers know our amazing Instagram.
Yeah, so the Instagram is at Big Gauchos. Come over and check us out. We post some pretty awesome clips. Share it with your friends, your family, your mom, your dad, maybe your sister, your brother. You never know. We also have a TikTok hosted by Tyler, where if you have TikTok, go check that out as well. It is, I'm sure, is it Big Gauchos as well?
Yeah, it's at Big Gauchos.
At Big Gauchos. So check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok. Check us out on YouTube.
At Big Nachos.
At Big Nachos.
Make sure if you're listening on YouTube, you also take us streaming. We're going portable now on all audio platforms and streaming everywhere on Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, Google, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Overcast, or you can add us to your own RSS feed application anywhere you want. Make sure, especially if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, you leave us a rating 1 to 5 stars. Do not accept anything less than 4.5 stars. And make sure you leave us a good review. Tell us who your favorite Big Gaucho is. Share that link with a friend. Tell them a time code to listen to. You don't have to listen to the whole thing. We won't be mad. Just give us a little shout on there so Anchor gives us some money. Boys, got anything else to add?
Nope. I'm all set. F the big brokerages, and I'm going to get my money back to the moon, baby.
Tendies to the moon.
Tendies to the moon. We're going to Pluto next.
Good night from Arizona. See you at the moon. Peace.